Alright. Alright.
The first supplicant wearing a mask has appeared. The Phantom Moon Games will soon begin.
How did we get our mask since it was stolen? Also, will our mask be a raccoon is the real question now.
Do not be afraid. Just think of me as part of the audience. Like a reader following comics and cartoons.
Also, how is she a fox? She has rabbit ears.
A bit of experience. Just like someone who has read enough comics can get superpowered battles and schoolyard romances without any instructions. Do you seriously mean you've never read it? The comic that has taken this world by storm? It is inspired by the adventures of the Astral Express, telling the tale of cute little animals riding a train across the cosmos, fluffy across the blue. Of course, this is Planarcadia. Any story can be turned into a comic in here.
Huh.
You are such a curious one. You were fleeing for your life a moment ago, yet now you can talk so casually about such nonsense. Is that really what matters right now?
I mean, compensation is important.
Still, that sense of ease. It is entertaining.
I like her outfit colors, honestly. Is that a royal blue?
Since you managed to amuse me for a moment, I will grant you a little aid. So, what would you like? I don't like it when someone answers my question with another question. Think before you speak. I can see it in your eyes, Mr. Raccoon. You will not accept defeat. That resolve is interesting. There will always be foolhardy supplicants donning the mask in these ancient Phantom Moon games, laying before the Phantom Moon their madness, fancies, and humor. They would weave schemes to slay monsters descending upon this planet from beyond the sky, steal the laughter of the gods to forge blades that could split mountains, or descend into depths of the world in canvas to swindle the souls of the departed. Such entertaining individuals have not appeared for ages. Perhaps you have a chance to become one of them? After all, you are the protagonist. I can lend you a little power, but an equal price is required. Otherwise, it would violate the rules. You must defeat the enemy who pursued you here within the next day and night. If you fail, your soul will be enslaved by her for all eternity. Do you accept? Then it is done. Phantom Moon above and sacred tree below, witness this oath at this moment. As constant as the vault of heaven, as certain as the moon's rise, let it be never forsworn. Now come, let me make you more of a protagonist.
Wait, more of a raccoon.
Yes, that's it.
Where's this?
So we do get the raccoon mask. It's pretty nice. I do like Trailblazer is raccoon themed, so I don't know. Oh, it's gonna have a soft spot for like bears and raccoons.
Gray hair, are you alright? And now and then I do odd jobs here. Live streaming is one of them. Sparxie is the name I use to stream online. An avatar that I personally sketched line by line.
So that like split personality that actually became its own personality.
To keep the streams running, even when I was absent, I breathed a trace of power into that avatar. Who would have figured that everything changed after the Phantom Moon turned full? People offload their wishes and desires to her, and in the end, she too got consumed by these emotions. Once a creation gains a will of its own from the attention of the masses, even its creator can no longer restrain it. Can't say I am surprised. It sounds exactly like something I would dream of, and something she would carry out the moment she awoke. Still, it ain't too bad compared to the horrors that unfolded in previous Phantom Moon games. At least you still have friends willing to stand by you, right? I've been watching you from the start, waiting for the right moment to step in and help. Sadly, you were either with the IPC's people, or with the Department of Aberration Defense. Then you and Darling March wandered right into that school of bad omens. That was when I realized things had slipped out of my hands. So tell me, what happened in that school?
Man, so many bad things have happened. The mask actually looks so nice. Do we actually get it to have somebody we can wear on her character at all times?
Is this the Mask of Elation that grants entry into the Phantom Moon games?
What do you think? Call your companions on the Express ASAP. Or, since this is a civilized society, you could try phoning the Security Bureau. But these matters are obviously far beyond what they can do. They say that no one could restrain the supplicant's actions in the past. Ah, those were the good old days of freedom. Gray hair, you are so naive. You've been to countless worlds. When the skies collapse and the end draws near, what can the authorities possibly do? Don't make their jobs too hard.
I mean, we just got done fighting the Iron Tomb, so...
The Phantom Moon games are nothing less than a ceremony set down by the Master of Elation. Amazing miracles always appear in the world after every game ends. Like the birth of a new imaginé, unthinkable phenomena, or a future brimming with hope. Perhaps you have heard this question. If the world's science and technology could leap forward by 100 years at the cost of a single kitten's life, would you kill the kitten? But clearly, Planarcadia would. Whatever. This is not the time to debate over ethics. Gray hair, are you gonna save Darling March and Mr. Yang or not?
That's the train track, thing. That's a trolley reference.
The hour grows late, Miss Pearl. Matters regarding the Express demand our attention.
Be
I'll
it the
have such a nice outfit.
Alliance or the Phantom Moon Games. If you seek deeper cooperation, my doors remain open.
Then, I shall take my leave.
How intricate human social interaction models are. My extrapolations still cannot account for the full strategy tree of the Astral Express.
Master, General Yao Guang of the Xianzhou Yuchui is here to see you. Shall we have her wait?
No. The Xianzhou will also become a key ally. Only through enough contact and emulation can we hope to comprehend their methods and strategies. Conclusion. I don't think I'll be able to keep copying the painting for the rest of today. Let General Yao Guang in.
Technically, this is our first look at her.
I am the Honorary Dean of the Omniscience Sapientia Academe, Master of the Decalite Reflection Barrier, bearer of the Xianzhou's intangible cultural heritage, the Sparrow-shaped fist, and the Seer Strategist, General Yao Guang.
She still looks so beautiful.
Thank you for seeing me despite your busy schedule, Madame Pearl.
For a moment, I nearly mistook your words as a fault in language processing. I believed you had brought the entire delegation inside.
Few Intellitrons in the cosmos have a sense of humor. I have heard that, like that genius, you are one of the many wonders wrought by the celestial differentiator of planet Screwlum. Meeting you in person far outshines your reputation.
What?
Madame Pearl, seeing how you have a calculating look, and with your heart pristine and your outer form so dazzling, I could not help but cast a divination for you. The hexagram lies between fire and heaven, demonstrating a bountiful harvest with your fortunes lying at the zenith or even beyond.
I have no training in divination. General, may I ask you to interpret it?
Ah, then let me speak in terms even an Intellitron can follow. I extrapolated your fortune using the Xianzhou's predictive algorithms. The result is 101111, a sign of great blessing. If you treat others with sincerity, abundance will follow.
I have long heard of the Arbiter General's legends. The strategy of General Jing Yuan. The courage of General Fei Xiao. The ingenuity of General Hua Yan. Often, I have wondered, what kind of figures are the Xianzhou generals who remain away from the public eye? Meeting General Yao Guang today, I cannot help but think that, with such beauty, you should step into the light more often.
That's what I'm thinking.
Looks like you've studied the words of the Xianzhou well. You've even learned the art of provocation. You praise the others for their individual and unique talents, yet when it comes to me, the only thing you had to say was beauty.
Do not misunderstand me, General. To me, beauty is the rarest of treasures, and the most fragile to preserve. Besides, intel on you is truly scarce. It is quite difficult for me to find ways to compliment you. But what I do know is, the Yuchue is the think tank of the Xianzhou ships, and its general is the master of all diviners. Speaking purely of deciding the course of affairs, no one is better suited than you to cast the Xianzhou Alliance's vote on whether to join the Anti-Destruction Alliance. So, General, what is your decision in this?
This topic is far too great for me to decide on a whim. But as a gift and to complement the respective gaps in our knowledge, allow me first to offer you a piece of vital intelligence. And with it, I ask the IPC to show sincerity beyond empty words.
I do not follow your logic. With the threat of the destruction looming, what need is there for further reasons to cooperate?
Set a mighty foe as a common goal. Convince former enemies to turn allies, then devour them in turn. Such feats are hardly rare in the IPC's annals of glory.
I understand. The Xianzhou questions the IPC's sincerity.
It would be better to say we ask the IPC to demonstrate its sincerity. Courtesy demands reciprocity, and the intel I now offer you is both urgent and weighty.
Question. What could be more important at this moment than forming the Anti-Destruction Alliance?
Nanook won't erase the universe in the next few days, but someone else might destroy Planarcadia within that time. You have heard of Blade, the Stellaron hunter, right?
The IPC has long placed a great bounty on his head, though I have never laid eyes on him.
The Yuchue recently intercepted a report. Styling himself as Xianzhou's #1 assassin, this man accepted a contract from the Sinwish Syndicate, a local organized violence group. I do not know his exact aim here, but he is a major criminal of the Xianzhou. He is guilty of the 10 unpardonable sins and is a formidable fighter, with few able to match him. As General of the Yuchue, I will take it upon myself to bring him in before he can cause disaster here.
This planet, Ahatopia, is part of the pan-cosmic trade system, and Blade is a wanted criminal of the IPC. Since he has set foot here, he falls under its law. General Yao Guang, is the sincerity you seek for us to capture this man and deliver him into the hands of the Xianzhou?
I hear the Phantom Moon Games are about to begin, with the entire nation awaiting it with bated breath. I imagine you will also find it hard to extract yourself from the festivities. If this cursed man were to quietly depart on his own at this time, would that not be a perfect outcome for all?
This is my understanding. You wish for the right to act freely within Planarcadia.
Apart from this cooperation, what better proof of sincerity could there be before we join forces against the destruction?
Deal. What I do not doubt, the might of an Arbiter General. However, I do doubt, will the Xianzhou's #1 assassin truly leave without a commotion? By my extrapolations, even without accounting for the guidance of Destiny's slave, the probability of capturing a single Stellaron hunter is Less than 9.8%.
Not even 10%. As a diviner, that's not how I see probability. Even if the chance of success is only a coin toss, once I enter the fray myself, I always treat it as a 100% certainty.
Oh, wait, Fugu is here.
Is that even a question? 100%. Of course. In other words, there will be no survivors. Anyone who recognizes my face, I will not let them off even if they hide at the ends of the world. I was willing to make an exception when I was hired by your gang's leader, but I see you folks are not interested in accepting my goodwill.
Not that I don't trust you, but you know the rules of the trade. When you hire someone to do a job, you gotta see what they're made of first.
People say that the Lords of Hell are easy to deal with, but their underlings are the real trouble. If a group's underlings don't know their place, even their masters may not be safe. So, since the mighty Sinwish Syndicate gang actually...
Wait, what?
I guess you are also ready for destruction.
Why is she doing that?
Years of wandering have given me nothing but exhaustion. And I have finally come to know how harsh the road of life truly is.
Wait, years?
Impersonating the Xianzhou's #1 assassin. Madame Yao, you really stuck me with a wonderful task.
Please take great care during this mission, Miss Tingyun. If any misfortune should befall you, I would have no way to answer to your Helm Master Yukong.
Wait a minute, wait, I'm actually curious. I mean, years of wandering. How long has it been since we last saw food? I mean, Tingyun, because when we last dropped her off, it was like between Penacony and it was like going from Penacony to Amphorius in technicality. So, how long has it been since we last been at Penacony? It couldn't have been years. What? Oh, I'm so confused. How long? Wait, how long? How much time has passed? In actual, like, story time?
You worry too much, Madame Yao. When I pledged my resolve to Madame Yukong and departed for the Yuchui, I had already steeled myself for the worst.
Okay, I'm gonna stop here for now.